Wase, my wonderful people. This is your boy Stefan, your Afro-Grenadian ambassador. Welcome back to my channel. To all my viewers, all my subscribers, all my supporters, all of you who have been encouraging me, I thank you and I appreciate you. I am grateful for your love and your support. Well, in today's video, we are going back down memory lane. Yes, because one of the things on this channel I have said before is that there are times I will take you back down memory lane, because we are living in a world that is so distractive. Sometimes as individuals we easily forget, and in today's video we are going to travel to the sister Isle of Carraicou. Yes, Grenada is a three-island state or a tri-island state. So the state of Grenada consists of two other islands, which is Carraicou and Petit Martinique. They make up the state of Grenada. In this video, we're going to see that our sister and brothers on the island of Carraicou were able to trace back their roots to Sierra Leone. This is a video, this is an old clip. It's a video 7 years ago. That's something that happened 7 years ago. But I saw it necessary to refresh our mind, that to change the narrative of some people who think that Grenadians are not able to trace back their roots. That's not accurate. Grenadians were able, or some Grenadians were able to trace back their roots in the past, and we continue to do so now. And I was not surprised that Grenada have strong ties to Sierra Leone, because I shared before that my brother, who is my blood brother, he did a DNA test, an ancestry DNA test, and he was able to trace back, or the DNA results revealed that his ancestry came from Sierra Leone, or his ancestors. He traced back his roots to Sierra Leone. So we're going to take a look of what are the ties, or what have happened with the sister Isle of Carraicou, and how they have connection to the people of Sierra Leone.
The sound of a happy people celebrating their heritage as a missing piece to their puzzle has been revealed. After 250 long years of disconnect, members of the Temne tribe in Africa traced their roots to the tiny historical sister island of Carraicou to reunite with the generations of their ancestors. Years of research and intense digging has revealed that the Temnes in Carraicou stemmed from the Temne tribe in Sierra Leone, West Africa. And according to officials of Sierra Leone, this is no ordinary reconnection.
Yes, I do agree. This is no ordinary reconnection. This reconnection have been taking place with Grenadians and the motherland for quite a long time. So it's not something that is happening now. You know, it's not something that is happening now. However, the reason why this channel, or the purpose of this channel, is to bring awareness, to bring more awareness of our relationship, or our strong ties with the people of the motherland. And as you can see, most of the tribes that were extracted from the motherland and brought here on the island. You have the Yorubas, you have the Akan, you have the Igbos. We even have Hausas here. And one of the tribes that, as you heard mentioned, is the Temne tribe. And the Temne tribe was a tribe that was originated from Sierra Leone, or can be found in the country of Sierra Leone. So the Temne tribe was one of the tribes that were captured by the colonizers and were brought here on the island of Grenada. So the island of Grenada had the fair share of the Temne tribe. And as we can see, that the people on the sister Isle of Carraicou are closely, not closely, but they have traced back. They were able to trace back the route to Sierra Leone, because when the dignitaries of the Sierra Leone came here to reconnect because they said a lot of research was done, and they found some of their lost family on the island of Carriacou. And when they came, they were able to identify that this tradition, these people are our people. And the big drum, remember I talked about the big drum, and it was said it originated from Senegal. So I'm not too sure if it's Senegal or Sierra Leone, but it more likely Sierra Leone that the big drum started from, uh, and all the things that is taking place on Carriacou, or that does take practice on Carriacou, the African tradition that practice on Carriacou. Okay, so to those of you who are listening to me, if you want to bring clarity to that, if you some of you know better than me when it comes to the big drum, help. I would like you to comment in the comment box about the big drum. Where did it originated from? But nevertheless, we see that the people of Sierra Leone, or the dignitaries of Sierra Leone, upon examining and assessing the culture, the African culture, or some of the African culture that is practiced on the island of Carriacou, on the sister isle of Carriacou, they identified that this came from their tribe, the Temne tribe, and these people are our lost family from Sierra Leone. Yes, so let us continue listening to this happenings, or this interesting reconnection that have happened almost 7 years ago.
Though West Africa has links into several Caribbean islands and the US, there has never been a reunion of the Temne tribe. This is a historic moment.
Okay, so as you have heard, is that what makes this reconnection not an ordinary reconnection, or what makes this reconnection a historic reconnection, is that apart from all the reconnections of the West African countries and West African tribes, there were many reconnections with the Akan people, many reconnections to Caribbean people with the Igbos and with the Hausas. But the Temne tribe have never been able to reconnect their people with what have happened in regards to the slave trade. And as we know that the history have said that many of people was taken from Sierra Leone as well, but the Temne tribe were not able to trace back their people to their lost cousins, so to speak. And now this being found, or they being able to find some of their people, some of their lost people, some of their lost culture, they lost tribal members, as you can speak, as we can say that way, is what makes this a historical moment. So they were able to trace back they were able to find some of their lost family on the island of Carriacou. And I think that's the only place. That's the only place. There were no other part of the Caribbean where the Temne tribe was found, but on the island of Carriacou in the state of Grenada. So that is what makes this reconnection very, very, very special, as you can hear. So let us continue to listen.
We have here in Carriacou and or Grenada, Carriacou specifically, it cannot be found anywhere else in the Americas. The fact that we can identify with a particular group of Sierra Leoneans, the Temnes, it's one of the major ethnic groups in our country, but I cannot go anywhere else and find a bunch of Temnes or people that identify with Temne except for Carriacou. And that happens for 8 other nations, if you will, 8 other ethnic groups. So it's a really special thing that you guys have here.
Yes, so this confirms what I have just said. So as you heard from the gentleman, the Sierra Leone brother, is that nowhere in the Americas you can find the Temne tribe but on the island of Carriacou in the state of Grenada. And as he said, this is something very, very special that we have here. So Grenadians, my brothers, my fellow brothers and sisters, that is why it's so important for us to preserve what we have remaining, because this is special. This makes us special as Grenadians, knowing that in all them other Caribbean countries there a lot of tribes that are from the West African region that can trace back to but there's only one tribe that we have here in Grenada that cannot be traced back to any other Caribbean country or any other place in the Americas or North America or Central America, but the which is the Temne tribe. So that is special. That is really, really special. And I think I think and I really wish that the government of Grenada as well could continue strengthening the ties with the people of Sierra Leone. There is a need for us to continue strengthening our ties with the people of Sierra Leone and working closely related to them. So I do hope it is something that have been happening. I don't since after the visit of the Sierra Leone dignitaries, I don't know what other collaboration that the government have been making, because I know that was something that took place with the past government. So I don't know what is going on with this present government, but I do hope that we are working together closely with the people of Sierra Leone, that we will do something similar to what we did with Ghana, signing an MOU with them. If visa required to go to Sierra Leone, that we will get rid of that, and we will work closely in culture, in trade, in education with the people of Sierra Leone. Yeah, I believe we need to do that. That's the best way forward, is that every connection that we make in the western part of Africa, that we would work closely with them, where education, especially education and culture is playing a part. Yes, we need to work closely in these two areas. That's the only way I believe we can re-educate ourselves, rediscover our African culture and African identity that is dying or have been stripped away from us. So let us continue listening to this wonderful topic.
Let's take a look into some evidence historians found that links our tiny sister Isle of Carraicou to the West African tribe. The story began at Bunce Island, a British slave castle in Sierra Leone operated by the London-based firm of Grant Oswald and Company.
We know of two plantations specifically, Grand Bay, which was owned by the Mills family. One of the Mills was actually a co-owner of Bunce Island. And then Mount Pleasant, which is owned by Tarleton family for quite a number of years. He was a slave trader as well. The family was slave trading, and they brought enslaved people directly from that area. Not Bunce Island, there was another group he was doing from Isle de Los, which is not too far, about 75 miles away. So there's this concentration of people that have a similar culture, similar language, they could understand each other. So there's this concentration in this area in Carraicou of Temne people.
So that is why it's very important for us to preserve the plantations, the remaining plantations that we have here in Grenada, because the plantations could be the only hope in us Grenadians who have not yet traced back our roots. For those of us who are African descendants, the plantations could be the last resort that we have, because as you have listened, is that the historians were able to link the people of Carraicou to the Temne people because of two plantations that was on the island. You have the Bay, you have the Grand Bay, you have Mount Pleasant, and they found out that the Miller family owned these plantations. And one of these family were co-owners of the castle that was in Bon Island in Sierra Leone, and Bon Island was the main castle that was responsible for shipping people, Africans from this specific region in Sierra Leone, to the island of Carraicou. So it's very, very interesting to hear this, and it's very, as you heard this, the historian said that the stronger evidence is that the languages that the Temne people speak, and some of the people on the island of Carraicou, they could understand each other. They could relate. So it's evidence, strong evidence, that the people on Carraicou belong, or some of the people, I'm not too sure if it's all, but some of the people on Carraicou belong to the Temne people. So let's continue listening to this intriguing topic.
This small group of people in Carriacou still identify with the Temne tribe of Sierra Leone. They still call themselves the Temnes, and they celebrate their heritage with a Temne song, dance, and a drum routine handed down for centuries. In September, the delegation of Sierra Leone's tourism minister, paramount chief, Grenada's culture minister, and other officials from both countries traveled to Carriacou for the reunion, and they felt right at home, as everything they saw, from exhibits, drumming, dancing, and the food, was similar and reminded them of things back at home. Apart from the drumming and chanting, the Temnes in Carriacou have adopted the practice of cooking in big pots on open fire and eating the food on leaves, which they call saraka. In Sierra Leone, the same is done. However, the natives there call it sara.
Wow, wow. That is shocking. That is shocking. So you, as we can see, is that right, the dignitaries, they feel right at home. They know that this is the culture, this is the people, and yes, and as you can hear, now we know where the saraka originated from. As you heard, is that it's the same practice in Sierra Leone. It's just that the difference, the native people call it Sarah. So I believe our ancestors, they put their own little twist into the thing, into the names of the African tradition and practice that we have inherited. Because they had to reconstruct the identity. So I guess they maybe say, let us reconstruct everything, and leave the African origin name, but let's put a little twist to it. So we call it Saraka, right? And but the original name is Sarah, and that is awesome. That is awesome. So those of you who haven't seen, I done a video on Saraka. Go look at it. Okay, go look at it, and you would see what was the information on that as well. So thank you, my brothers and sisters. There you have it. Thank you. Grenada continues to draw closer and closer to the motherland. No doubt about it. We are Africans here in Grenada. We are an African people born in Grenada. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the notification bell. And see you next time.